Okay. Well, congratulations, Keion, first of all, on being on the Developmental Coalition. What's it mean to you to be a part of that, I guess, is the first part of my question. And also, do you feel like players like yourself are being heard more these days on issues such as social issues and things like that, maybe even more than players just 5 years ago were?
Before I say anything, I want to push my prayers out to Jacob Blake and his family. And also, I'm praying for justice for Breonna Taylor and her family. But to answer your question, when Coach Kyle presented me with the opportunity of being on the coalition, I thought it was a great idea because I feel like players' voices aren't being heard as much as they should. The players are the NCAA at the end of the day. We're the ones going out there sacrificing our bodies. We're the ones going out there, sacrificing all this time to practice and play just so we can go out and play. But when he presented me with the idea, I thought it was great. And also it's more about player empowerment as well, teaching players that you're not just a basketball player. You have a voice and a platform, and you have a right to use it. And I think that, with the coalition, we can really, educate some other athletes to let them know that they're more than just, a person that plays a sport.
All right, Gary Tipton, we're going to go to you.
Yeah, I wonder how it plays on your mind when, like you say, Jacob Blake and Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin again and again and again. How do you process that? How does that play on your mind?
It's scary because I'm a black male, and at times I feel like almost like we're being hunted or whatever. But when it really hit me was after a time where I cut my hair. If anybody don't know, before I had the long twist that came down over my face and stuff like that. And I was just holding my phone one day, and when your phone is on the lock screen, you can see a reflection of yourself. And I looked back at my reflection, and I thought that, wow, I kind of look like George Floyd right now. And that really kind of, it scared me, brought a couple of tears in my eyes, because then it really hit me and made me realize, like, that could have been me, could have been my brother, could have been one of my teammates. So once I had that realization of it, it just made me want to do more to be able to, do what I can to help.
Okay, Larry Vaught, you're next.
Yeah, Keion, just wondered your reaction to what the football team did yesterday. Is that the kind of thing you're talking about with player empowerment?
Yeah, I think what they did was great. They took a stand, and that's all you really, that's what you start with, taking a stand, making sure you have somebody's attention. And after that, you have to put, a plan of action to it. I'm a believer in, once you get their attention, you have to follow that up with something. You can't just, take that stand and then not have, like I said, plans of action to go forward to keep their attention. So I really like what the football team did. I can't wait to see what they do next.
Myron Metcalf, will go to you next.
Sorry, Keion, I've had a lot of conversations, man, as an African-American male with some of my friends, and just how to get through all this time. I'm curious, someone your age, man, as a young black man in this country, just how are you doing right now?
It's kind of like it's all over the place. I'm in a position where I'm not ignorant to that. I'm protected somewhat, going to Kentucky as far as, being in this bubble that we've created for ourselves. So I'm not as exposed to, going out places where I might be in a situation where those heinous crimes or things can happen to me. But at the same time, I have an older brother. I have two younger brothers. I have a father, and it scares me that knowing that at any time that something like that could happen to them and me. Like I said, I'm not ignorant to the fact that me also, I can, if I was to, leave outside this bubble and be somewhere where I'm not recognized as Keion Brooks that plays for Kentucky. Like, there might be an officer waiting to make an example out of me just because he had a bad day or something. But like I said, my mind is all over the place, but I think for the most part, I've been trying to keep a level head just so I can continue to educate the people around me.
Okay, Lee Howard, we'll go back to you.
All right, Keion, just kind of along the lines of what you were saying about the football team and what the NBA players have done. Does your team plan to do any sort of thing to make a statement or anything like that? Have you guys discussed anything like that?
Yeah, we did. We discussed some things that we want to do, and we want to try to put forward to know that, to let people know that we're not going to stand for these social injustices, and to let people know that, you know, that are going through these things, that they're not alone, that we're with them. We have some things that we're working on right now, and when we get it up and going, should be here shortly. I'm really excited for people to see what we're doing.
Okay, Jerry Tipton, we'll go back to you.
Keion, I'm assuming you can't give us a preview of what the things are you guys are discussing. If you can't, I'm wondering about the power of the vote. Coach Cal has talked about that with you guys. How do you guys see that power? How do the players feel about wielding that power?
Yeah, Coach Cal explained to us that the first action that we know that we can take that's guaranteed is that we can vote. We can go out and go to the polls or go to absentee ballot, and we can make a difference. And that's one way that we know for sure that we have the power to do. He let us know that, you know, that voting is important. You know, because us being young, sometimes we could think like, okay, just our one vote doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, it does. You know, as long as you took your time and took your part to try to make change and try to, you know, have change be seen, that's all you can do. So I feel like with Coach Cal, you know, having us vote, that was great.
Dick Gabriel, we'll go to you next.
Keion, I'm sure you know there's going to be backlash on social media. Some of the football players have already received it. Something along the lines of what LeBron got, you know, the shut up and dribble kind of stuff. What was your reaction when you saw that with regard to LeBron, and what do you think it's going to be like when people who say they're Kentucky fans yet don't appreciate what you guys are trying to do?
I think people have a difficult time separating the athlete from the sport that they play. Just because I represent Kentucky basketball and I go out there and I play in Rupp Arena, that does not mean I'm not a person that has morals, values, and opinions and views on certain things. Like, we're people that, like I said, we have strong views on topics just like the fans do, and I think like they just want us to go out there and entertain them for an hour or two, and then just shut up. But that's not going to work. That's not how this is. Like, basically, Black people we are just asked to, like I said, go out, entertain you for a couple hours, go do a dunk and dribble between the legs and shoot a three, and then go home and be quiet as we see our people getting shot and killed on TV every week. So I don't get that. I don't understand. Like, I don't see why they would think that way, that we're not going to get up and say something. But I mean, hey, look, I'm praying for them, that hopefully that they can see change. But like I said before, like I said, they have a difficult time separating the athlete from the sport that they play.
Okay, Kyle Tucker, we're going to go to you next.
Keion, on this topic, I'm sure you're aware that there's been a bit of a movement with some faculty on campus that would like to see Rupp Arena renamed. As a guy who plays in that arena and talking about these issues. How do you feel about that?
Being honest, I haven't educated myself well enough on ADA, on Rupp, or just the whole situation at hand to really give you really my thoughts on it. But from what I do know, I would like to see a name change, just basically because like what his name is and kind of what that's connected to, what it kind of represents. And that's really all I can say, but I would like to see a name change.
Jonathan Saxon, we'll go to you next.
Hello, Keion. I just wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about your time with the Player Development Coalition and the Council on Racial Equality and Social Justice. What are some of the, I guess, the things that are being talked about, or maybe being some actions happening there that are kind of being used to affect positive change?
A big thing that we're talking about is being able to use our platforms. I say it all the time. I feel like, personally, I'm biased, obviously, but I feel like Kentucky has the best platform and the best fans in the country. And I feel like other universities feel the same way. And, having those huge platforms, we should be able to use our voice to let other student athletes know, like I said before, you're more than an athlete. You have more to contribute than just playing your sport. Your opinions are valued. Your thoughts are valued. So the biggest thing that I am trying to get across to everybody is that, just because you play the sport, you represent your university, you also represent yourself as a human being as well. So if you can, do your best to articulate yourself and what you believe in and stand strong and stand 10 toes behind it, I feel like you're doing yourself justice.
All right, we'll finish up with the two final questions. Myron Metcalf, you're up first, and then we'll finish with Jerry Tipton.
Keion, I'm wondering what watching NBA players walk off the court and then ultimately cancel games for 3 days, what did that mean for you? What was it like to see that in it?
It was astronomical. I've never seen anything like that. I think like the last time something like that happened was maybe like if I'm not mistaken, the 1962 Olympics or something like that. I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on that, but it was like they shut sports down for a day, and it is baseball followed suit, and other sports, soccer. And I thought it was a great way to take a stand and show that we're serious and that we're not going to continue to let this happen. That we're demanding change, because I feel like with sports it can go both ways. Being in the bubble that the players are in, they can use their platform to inform people and push for that change. But I think also on the other end, being an athlete, sometimes you get so lost in the sport that you're playing, and you're just so focused on at times just winning a game that you kind of not forget, but like the social injustices at times probably are not in the forefront of your mind where they should be, because you're so focused on how can I win this next playoff game.
All right, Jerry, we'll finish with you.
It was the 68 Olympics in Mexico City.
68, yeah, I knew it was something.
It was Tommy Smith. I'm wondering, you sort of just answered my question, but I wonder, with everything going on in the world of social injustice, if it changes your perspective of a game. Basketball, I don't mean that it's not important, but do you put it in a different context with what's going on in the world?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is just basketball is a sport that I play. It's not who I am. So hopefully people can learn to separate the two. Like I was saying, basketball is something that I do, not who I am. So once that I leave the basketball court, Keion Brooks Jr., a normal person just like everybody else that, like I said, has opinions, morals, values, that I would like to be respected. And what we're going through right now is bigger than basketball. Basketball is a game, but I'm talking about people losing their lives to violence that I don't even grasp how that makes sense. Like, I don't understand the concept of shooting someone 7 times and their back is towards you. I don't get stuff like that. I don't understand shooting someone as they're running away from you. I don't get stuff like that. And like I said, once I step away from the basketball court and I'm able to reflect and think about stuff like that, it really makes me realize, like, this is bigger than basketball. This is a life issue. This is a social issue, and basketball can take a back seat to that.
All right. Well, thanks, Keion, for your time, and everybody else. We really appreciate having you. That's it for us.
Thank you.